Hi everyone, this is Kwan. Today I want to talk to you about how to choose the best graduate program, whether that's a PhD or in some cases master program that may best fit you. This is now in the February in 2020 and many of you might have offers from multiple graduate schools. This is great news, but at the same time may give you a headache about which schools to go into. So consolidating some of my thoughts and seeing how my peers have done after going to different schools, having different outcomes, enjoyed their education to a different degree, I consolidate 5 potential tips to help you choose these programs. And let's begin. The first tip is the students. I think people pay a lot of attention to research, professors, the program ranking, whatever, when they choose a graduate program. But I think one often neglected and undervalued part of this is the students because you will be a student in the program. So go and think about the students in the program. If you are a PhD, think about the time when you visited the program, or even masters if you get to talk to any current students. Are the students happy in that program? The chances are if they're happy, you'll likely be happy when you're there. And if they're not, you may regress to the mean as well. And there's reason that they're happy or they're not happy. Figure that out because that may also help you really understand what's going on in the program. And secondly, related to whether they're happy or not, is do they enjoy what they're doing and do you like what they're doing? Because those are the things that you'll be doing, those are the things that will be learning. And so if you're excited and they're excited about what they're learning and you're excited about what you will learn in the program, that's typically a pretty great sign. But if you're not, then I think it's definitely worth double thinking whether that program is a good fit for you. And lastly, we talk about, the current situation. How about the future? Do the students that graduate from a program or the students that are about to graduate from a program do what you think you want to do in the future? Because you go to a graduate school typically to obtain further education or further training in some disciplines. So these trainings should pave the way to the future step you want to pursue, and you want to make sure that the program does have the outcome to support what you want to do in the future. Number 2, mentors. These are the professors in your master's or PhD program that will teach and advise your research. For PhD, it is extremely important because most of your time will be spent in your mentor's lab conducting the research work that fulfill your PhD requirement. Whereas for masters, you probably have a substantial research requirement as well on top of the course load. You want to make sure the mentors are doing the research you enjoy, you communicate well with the mentor, and it is very advantageous to go to an umbrella program where you get to rotate with multiple mentors before deciding which one is a good fit for you. Because that mentor's lab is not just the mentor, him or herself. There might be a lot of other factors involved between choosing a lab. And so make sure that you enjoy the lab as well and know about the people in the lab, their average outcome, all of their outcome, whether they enjoy the lab, etc. Because you often see this poster child of success in that lab. But again, regress to the mean and being the average of 5 people around you, you want to make sure that you know thoroughly about and from most people of that lab. Number 3, research. Hopefully you apply to the graduate school program because they have a strong research in your interest area, and that is definitely worth double checking because you want to make sure you're learning from the top. And one other specific thing to note here is that especially in the PhD program, you become very specialized. So make sure that you're not just going to the top medical school, the top genetics program, etc., but in your subfield of focus, they are experts and they have demonstrated expertise in that specific subfield. In case where your research interest has not consolidated that much, it is also great to keep an open mind. You want to make sure that you go to a place where you get the training from the world's top expert in that field. And so if there's a strong research from a lab or a program in a field you might be interested in, might be worth checking it out in a rotation or even considering switching to that field. Number 4, the program. Besides from your direct advisor and other students, you want to make sure you have a network of people that care about the students, that don't have sole scientific research responsibilities or other things they have to worry about, but also really genuinely care about the students and their outcome. In my graduate school, I am really lucky to have strong advisors from not just people who are directly related to my research, but from the genetics program at WashU that really helped me a lot through the way. And if the program have established structure and other mentors, that is often really helpful when you have your research going up and down. You always have a safety net to go back to, and you always have people to celebrate with you on your ops as well. Number 5, location. I know many people think of a graduate school as a couple years, a few years. You will have to explore living in a different place, and that is definitely true in a lot of cases. But at the same time, think about the potential network you acquire in a graduate school. If you're not thinking about this, make sure you think about this, because you want to make sure you also explore and extend your network of professional contacts in your graduate school as well. And eventually, this will help you accumulate a network of people that you know better in that specific location, so your chance of staying there becomes larger. So make sure you pick a place you like, definitely for a couple years, a few years, but if not, for longer. If that place is a city, if you like a suburban area, if that place has defined winter or it's warm all year round, these will go into a lot in affecting your day-to-day life. So make sure you like the place. With that, I hope these 5 factors really help you. Again, let's go through it again. The students, definitely the students. Are they happy? Do they like what they're doing? Do they go to the places you want to go in the future? The mentors, the research, the program, and the location. I hope these help you decide on your best program that fits you. And if you have any other suggestions, feel free to comment below as well. And if you like what you're hearing from this, please subscribe, and I will continue to post a lot of scientific research, academia related contents. Thank you so much.